Eric Linask with TMC coming to you from the Javits Center in New York at Cloud Expo 2012. Dan, lots of talk this week here at Cloud Expo around security, compliance, and how it all relates to the cloud. What are you hearing?
So, we're here because we have got a lot of activity from cloud service providers over the last 6 months insisting that we come talk to them about compliance. Their customers are driving them on questions regarding PCI, questions regarding FedRAMP, questions regarding HIPAA. And so, the trends are real. They're being pushed to realize the benefits of the cloud computing, but there's no relief on compliance mandates. They got to keep data secure. They're responsible for data regardless of where it lives, and they're asking for guidance and help on ensuring that their infrastructure is secure and compliant, and looking for help on certification and testing and everything, all of the activities involved to ensure that they meet those various standards.
Are you saying that folks are adopting the cloud or moving into the cloud without having those security measures in place?
No, what I'm saying is that for big companies and small companies alike, there are various stakeholders in play. You have a CFO of a company insisting on achieving the economic benefits of the cloud. You have the sales folks in a company insisting that new capability be stood up quickly, but there's no relief on security. So you've got multiple factors within a company driving them towards the cloud, and they come to talk to us to make sure they do it right.
How are compliance and security strategies different when moving data into the cloud as opposed to just having a large on-site enterprise data center?
Sure, it's the difference between having control and giving up control. So CIOs, Chief Information Security Officers, in the past, and by past I mean 24, 36 months ago, they would have responsibility for the staff, for the infrastructure. They had 100% control over the environment that their data resided in. Now they have to address the same security requirements, but with third parties that they have no control over. So they're looking for assistance in vetting those various vendors. And by the same token, the cloud service providers are looking on how to capture those respective customers, because if they don't have a solution, you can bet there's another cloud provider, a cloud service provider that does have a solution and can address compliance needs, can help prospective customers to get into the cloud while satisfying compliance. There's a difference between security and compliance. Ideally, they're the same. If you're compliant, you're secure, but that's not necessarily the case. They need to achieve both security and compliance, and there are service providers that are addressing that.
How much have security and compliance breaches deterred companies from moving to the cloud?
Yeah, so I can tell you, if you talk to cloud service providers, it has definitely slowed down the sales cycle. In other words, you need to go listen to some of the folks who hold numbers for growing their business in the cloud service provider space. When you're talking about spending a significant recurring amount on a monthly basis, they have to get justification and buy-in from all stakeholders of the corporation, and the security folks of that corporation have to sign off on it. And so when you talk to the cloud service providers, they have to convince their prospect security community that it is safe, and when they do that, they can compress their sales cycle.
Then for Coalfire, the task is convincing those cloud service providers using your services, they can convince their users that they're safe and compliant and secure.
Yeah, it's more basic than that. It's educating the cloud service provider that we're there to help, that we're here. It's an education process. A lot of companies aren't aware that there are advisory services to help walk them through those compliance needs. And so it's creating awareness that they can get help.
Is it helping? Is it helping grow the cloud?
Well, I can tell you some of the sales staff here are just amazed by the kind of reaction they've gotten from the exhibitors here that represent cloud service providers in one form or another, or the folks seeking to vet cloud service providers so that they can make a migration decision. Because once they make a migration decision, they're locked in from anywhere from 3 to 5 years. That is their infrastructure, so they have to make a sound decision. And we have gotten a lot of activity with our basic presence here. A lot of people are really interested in compliance.
Excellent, thank you, Dan. Eric Lanask with TMC from Cloud Expo in New York. Follow all these videos and more from the show following my Twitter @elanask.